UK pensions are about to undergo their most significant overhaul in decades. Getting this wrong could end up costing you hundreds of thousands of pounds in lost opportunity, so make sure you listen carefully. First, we have the change that I'm most excited about: the rollout of the ultimate pension dashboard. By 31st of October 2026, every pension provider must be connected to the pension dashboard ecosystem, showing all pensions in one place. Public access to view all private, workplace and state pots through one secure portal will then follow shortly after in Q4 2026 or Q1 2027. Now, this sounds like an absolute dream to me. Imagine plotting your entire retirement blueprint in one place, with data refreshed at least annually and projections you can actually trust. All you need to do is confirm that each provider has your correct national insurance number, your email and your address, and check that recent statements have no errors before the data goes live. In my opinion, this is so much better than what we currently face, and personally helps me to overcome my anxiety around having so many different pension pots as a result of changing jobs over the years. Then, from early 2027, every defined contribution scheme must offer a default guided retirement option. Rather than wading through annuities and drawdown products, you'll get a balanced pathway that manages longevity risk, delivers steady income and also retains flexibility. The bill's guided retirement duty requires scheme trustees to design post-retirement pathways, with the regulations setting the suitability parameters expected in H1 2026 and then compliance to these from 2027. Trustees must review the default option performance annually against member outcomes and certify that these defaults suit a typical saver profile. However, you can still opt out for a bespoke annuity or drawdown plan if your needs differ. Watch your provider's updates and map out your own retirement goals. And if you have a complex benefit package or a large pot, also consider regulated professional advice. Next, from 2027 onward, any defined contribution pension under £1,000 that sat dormant for 12 months automatically merges into your largest active scheme unless you opt out. The Pension Scheme Act 2025 empowers secondary regulation to require small pot consolidation by 2027. Schemes must establish an auto transfer service for pots under £1,000 and are inactive for 12 months. On paper, it sounds minor, but the impact is seismic. First, you'll slash your fees. Tiny pots often carry per account admin charges. By consolidating, you pay one, often lower headline fee. Second, you stop hunting through multiple portals. One login shows all of your pensions. And then third, no more lost cash hidden behind forgotten logins. To turn this to your advantage, log into each provider, spot any sub £1,000 balances and let the auto merge work for you. Or equally, decide to opt out if you treasure a special investment fund that you're invested in. Next, from 2028, every pension scheme will display a simple performance badge, demonstrating how they're performing. Those pensions given value for money will be given the fully delivering rating, whilst those funds not giving you value for money with identified actions to improve are given the intermediate rating. And for those ones failing the value for money test entirely, they will be given a not delivering rating. This value for money grading shines a light on schemes' net returns, fees and service quality, with the Pension Schemes Act introducing mandatory annual assessments. The FCA and the TPR will then publish technical standards by mid-2026, with the first ratings due to go live in late 2028. Then those schemes scoring intermediate and not delivering must produce remedial action plans. Think of it as the same as restaurant hygiene ratings, only for pensions. If your plan is stamped delivering, you can relax. If not, you could get food poison. I'm joking. But if not, you hold all of the cards. Poor performance schemes risk forced closure and you can switch to a better rated option. Just here, watch out for exit penalties. Then by 2023, UK law will require major direct contributions and local government schemes to pool into at least £25 billion megafunds, with powers to mandate 5% of assets flowing into UK infrastructure, housing and businesses by 2035. Here you're probably thinking, why does scale matter? Well, bigger funds actually drive costs down. Economies for scale could save around £1 billion industry-wide each year. translating into roughly £6,000 extra in your pot over your career. They also unlock private markets, renewables, social housing, startups, all things that smaller schemes can't touch, potentially supercharging long-term growth in the UK. Now that you understand what's happening, here are 5 moves to help you master the new changes. First, update your details. Ensure each provider has your correct national insurance number, email, and address in time for the dashboard launch. Number 2 is to harness consolidation. Identify pots under £1,000 and let auto merge boost your main plan, or opt out to keep specialised funds intact. Third is to plan for default options. Understand the new guided retirement options and decide whether to accept it or chart your own course. Then number 4, when available, is to check your fund's grade. Find your scheme's value for money rating when released, and if not graded performing, plan a switch to a top rated alternative. Then number 5 is to vet your Megafund strategies. Ask how your scheme will scale to the £25 billion threshold and invest in UK projects that then align your risk profiles. Now, and this one's probably the most important and is a bonus tip for you, and that is to never leave free money on the table. Maximise any employer matching where you can. That is a guaranteed way to boost your pot that compounds beautifully over time. To motivate you to save, play with a compound interest calculator. There's one linked in the description below for you. As an example, saving £500 a month for 35 years at an average rate of 10.13%, which is the long-term annual growth rate of the S&P 500, by the way, yields you a pension pot of £1.96 million. Yes, that is £1.96 million, with £1.75 million coming from compounding alone. Then if your employer matches £500 a month too, that doubles to £3.92 million, essentially giving you an extra £2 million for free. Now, some of these changes are still dependent on them receiving royal assent. However, this is more of a formality at this stage and is expected to be received in 2026. If this deep dive has sparked your interest, you'll want to explore why 120k is arguably the worst salary in the UK and the 7 major tax changes expected in the autumn budget. Pensions underpin our long-term security. Share this video with your friends and your family to ensure that they aren't caught off guard by the biggest shake-up in decades.